I guess talk about your emotions going through the last 24 hours. I mean, you were there every week for a while. I mean, what was this been like for you?
It's been interesting. It's this recruitment presented a different set of challenges that I've ever experienced before. I've been doing it going into 13 years now, and have never had to watch television on signing day to figure out what was going on. I mean, I had some clues, but nobody ever came out and gave us an answer. I would say over the last 14 months, including the evaluation periods, probably 10, and that doesn't include the trip that we took for the game. So I'd like to take this chance to thank the crew of United Flight 81. I got to know them well because I took the same flight every Wednesday from LAX to Honolulu.
With Shaq specifically, to go into Inglewood and get somebody, which I don't think Notre Dame's ever done. I mean, Notre Dame's gone into Sierra League teams like Notre Dame and gotten kids before, but how big is, I guess, Shaq's?
Well, it was interesting. The first time I went into Shaq's school, Lawrence Jackson's USC jersey was hanging in the principal's office. Okay. So I said, all right, this is going to be a challenge. The ebbs and flows of the football will affect you from time to time. There's no doubt about that. But what's incredible is the consistency of the high regard that Notre Dame is held with on the West Coast surprised me even when I went out there for the first time. People recognize this university as a high academic place, and it stands for all the right things, and there's instant name recognition when you go out there. So you know, the ebbs and the flows of the football seasons, we have to deal with that. But for the most part, you know, Notre Dame and our football program, our university and our university community are thought very highly. And I think a lot of that has to do with we have such a strong alumni base in Southern California. You know, so you know, obviously that helps us as well.
There's a sense, I guess, that a lot of the top players just don't want to go to Notre Dame these days, and like USC and Texas, Florida, places like that are a lot more attractive for them. Have you found that?
My experience is that my experience has been that every kid is different. Every kid, you know, I don't think it's fair to make a general statement like that. I found that every recruitment is different in its own way, and I think it would be hard to say that Shaquille, Sierra, or Manti were not top national prospects, because I think they all are. And so there you go. You have three examples of guys that would be considered top national prospects that did feel comfortable with Notre Dame, that something here struck a chord with them. So to say that top national players aren't interested in Notre Dame anymore, I don't agree with that statement. I was telling Manti on the phone, I said, you're as close to a man crush as I've ever had in my 34 years. So.